Shalom, this is David.
Hi, David.
Hi.
This is Jeff. Hello.
Good, thank you. So we're doing recommendation videos, and since I'm the one who wanted to recommend this one and did the massive editing it took to put this together, let me tell you.
So it was so complicated.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very complicated.
So as you can tell from the title screen, we're recommending Starbound. And we're sitting on this title screen because I really love this opening theme. It's 10 minutes long, so we're not going to listen to the whole thing. But it's fantastic, just background music. I actually like all the music in this game a fair amount. It's not like, you know, groundbreakingly amazing, but it is all very perfect for what it is. So Starbound is kind of like Terraria.
Terraria in space.
But I like it significantly more than Terraria, so that's why I'm recommending this one and not Terraria. I like a lot of the aspects that we're not actually going to hit in this video, the space travel, going to different planets and like all the different biomes, and maybe I'll do little videos on that stuff here and there. But the game itself is literally just, what if we made Terraria just better?
We just made Terraria better.
Let's
How much time did you put into Terraria?
About 20 hours.
Okay, about 20 hours.
So
That's still 20 more hours than I did.
So I'm still a scrub. I'm still a Terraria scrub. I admit that. This is character creation. You've got 7 species. When I first started playing Starbound, when it was super beta, there were like
super beta.
It was 6 species instead of 7. There wasn't the gas people, but I am pointing out I would like to point out that I like the gender symbols and the customize options because it changes depending on the
robots.
The robots
Hilarious.
is really good. And every time you select one of these species, it just generates a random kind of character for you. And there's literally no difference between male and female, like at all. It's just, do you want, boobs on your character? That's it, really.
And sometimes not even that, depending on the species.
Depending on the species, yeah. But it's the character creation is good enough. I'm selecting casual because no need to eat. And you don't drop items when you die, because I hate the death penalty stuff. Not to get political, but I hate losing all your items. And the names, the randomly generated names, are based on the race you're going to be. So the Nova Kid are supposed to be, Texan. So I went with
Yeah, but I gotta sci-fi it up a little bit.
Right, so Texanona, and this is the character you were playing.
Hey, this is me. This is my guy. Yep. This is my little dude.
Your chlorophyll.
Yep, because I'm a plant man.
You're a plant man, and everything has to be a pun. Everything has to be a pun.
Yes, a fun.
Now, something to mention, there are mods for this game that on casual you still have to eat, or on survival you don't drop things when you die, just so you can have a more mix of like wanting to eat, because there is a lot of food you can make in this game, which you can then just turn into infinite money if you're patient, which, I like grinding. That's kind of why I play games. Numbers
going up, grinding. I know for a fact that you enjoy grinding because of the amount of times that you have played Persona games. And also the amount of time you spent carving up an entire Minecraft world and turning it into a pyramid.
Yes.
These are examples that come to mind.
No, that was back when David had a little bit more free time.
Or examples that come to mind?
Yes.
Ah.
That's the quality.
It's Minecraft.
That's
a toilet. It's a turlet.
Yeah, that's a turlet. So this whole sequence, when I first started playing the game, was not in it. There's now an intro, and we're gonna,
guitar.
Yep, we're gonna cut ahead a little bit, and then cut ahead a little bit again, just because it took us a while to actually get in a party together. It took a bit to figure that out, but
it did eventually work. You know, these things.
I'd like to point out the equipment. You have what equipment are you actually wearing, and what equipment does it look like you're wearing? And I appreciate that a lot. Yes, that's a Gibson Flying V. You can tell it's a Gibson because of the headstock.
Although right now it's not flying.
No.
But it does look like it's grounded.
I mean, it should be grounded because otherwise you get a how many ever hertz hum the power supply is running on. And if it's really not grounded, then if you touch anything metal or you touch a mic or anything on a circuit, you're going to shock yourself. Like I was playing on a non-grounded amp with a bass and hit a pull chain on a light switch that wasn't properly grounded. Nearly electrocuted myself to death. That was fun.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Always ground your equipment, folks. There's a bunch of stuff you can talk to, a bunch of people. They're people.
People. That's the word.
People you can talk to, and
a bunch of objects that have words pop out of them.
Right. Now, I will say the thing I like the least about Starbound is the story.
Also,
That's the
thing I like the least about Minecraft.
Yes. Though I will say that the story isn't bad. It's perfectly serviceable for what it is. If you want goals to reach, it does it. It's like, do you want to have a guided kind of experience? Here you go. And that's fine. I wish the cutscenes were skippable, and I kind of wish it wasn't as generic as it is, because it's super generic, unless like it takes a huge turn like way late. But it's giant Cthulhu monster, because it's always a giant Cthulhu monster,
as is tradition.
Yes. I'm actually a huge fan of giant Cthulhu monster as a main antagonist thing, just because it's just like, oh, it's the infinite undying. Good. This is another thing I like a lot. You can have tools in this game, but you never need them, because you just get the matter manipulator, and it lets you mine and place and do all the other things you want to do. So you don't have to worry about pickaxes or axes.
In case it wasn't obvious, or you don't know what Terraria is.
Oh,
this is Minecraft.
Right, it's Minecraft, except sprite-based. You do need a hoe, right? Because the matter manipulator does not hoe dirt unless that's something that changed. That's something that has changed. Words. So good at them. It's because it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to blame it on that. Timely, yes. The everything in this game is either it's at least serviceable, if not fun. Which is a lot more than I can say for a lot of these open world construction style games. This is me trying to remember how to set hotkeys. A lot of these open world construction games, just like, we're going to throw everything in there, and like two parts of it are going to be great, and the rest of it's going to be early access. Okay, good. But this is already through its early access point. This is the full release of the game, and it's really good. I enjoy it a lot.
There's certainly a lot of stuff in the game.
There is, and it's all at least good enough. Of course, there's a recharging stamina.
Special attacks now. Okay.
Yes. There's recharging stamina and all that good stuff. And this is your ship. And I do like this intro to the game just in general, because it's like in the and this whole intro is skippable if you want. You don't have to watch it. It's just like, all right, Starbound. Well, everything's ruined. Go explore. Good. Also, you have a pet.
Race specific, I assume.
A race specific pet. The Nova kids get a super adorable rabbit looking like gas puff dog thing.
It's just like a little puff of smoke.
It's so cute. It still eats meat and everything. So Sail is your quest giver, and there are you can do all the side quests you want in this game, and they're all templated, but it means you can get other people to to join your crew, and however big your crew is determines how big your ship can be. And
that's me.
Yes, that's you. You'll notice your pet is this weird snake snail thing with leaf ears.
Yeah, maybe ears, maybe leaves, maybe it's just a tiny little hat.
I mean, it could be. I don't know what you did with your pet. It's your pet. You do you. I'm not here to shame.
Also, I have a very fancy ducking animation.
Yes.
A very theatrical ducking animation.
Exactly. Your ship is of course race specific. The sail is always the same. I don't know if the sail says different things depending on your race. I assume it doesn't. Oh yeah, here I was waiting for you to jump over to my ship. Maybe I should have cut this out. Oh, there you are.
Hey, now I'm here.
Yeah. You'll notice this. You can always beam down to your party members and all that. Or beam to your party members, which is interesting. So here's the meat and potatoes of the game. It's Terraria. Mm-hmm. Behold. And the planets themselves are actually relatively small. Like, all told, if you get a hover bike, you can actually just drive around the whole planet relatively quickly. But it's because they are smaller planets, you get to experience all the biomes very quickly. Because not all of them are as here's a forest planet, yay.
Mm-hmm. Also, I assume you're going to different planets. You don't want to. I guess you could spend a long time in one, but you don't want to spend forever in one.
Well, you generally have one you make a home base, unless you do that with your ship, which you can. The first time you pick stuff up, your sail has snarky things to say.
That's just the robot thing?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. You kill additional trees. If you make a torch, it'll say you're the 1 trillionth person to discover fire or something like that. For the most part, the writing is good in this game. Also platforming and you getting hit.
And having to aim with a mouse.
Yep. That's the only problem, is doing melee combat with the mouse. When you have long-range weapons, either their guns or their magic spells, which you can do either or both, which is fun. It's a lot easier and whatnot. But the melee combat I have not found fun at all with mouse and keyboard. Maybe it's just because I'm a scrub. There's also farming in the game, because of course there is. But
this all seems vaguely cannibalistic.
For you, yeah, just a wee bit. I mean, it's not like I'm going out of my way to capture the gas in the air. You can collect water and stuff like that, but you have to upgrade your matter manipulator to do it.
Do we get that in this episode or this part, or is that later?
I don't
actually remember.
It's been a while since we've recorded
okay,
it.
I guess we'll find out together whether or not we get the liquid vacuum.
Right. I think we get that in the next one, the next bit, which I might just start doing episodes of this just because it's something that's relatively easy to do.
You fell.
I did, but I landed in water, so I was mostly okay.
I am mostly dead.
Yes, I'm also mostly dead, actually. But something you can do instead of picking up a chest or opening a chest, you can just use the matter manipulator, break it down, get all the items in it at once. You learn how to craft new things, either through blueprints or through just absorbing the block using your matter manipulator. Then it lets you get new things. You'll see here that you get the ability to craft ornate wood.
Ooh, ornate wood. You can also grab background blocks, which was not obvious.
Right click to grab background blocks, and that's a Terraria thing.
Okay.
So, and there are a lot of things that were probably also in Terraria that I'm just not, and you're removing all of my platforms.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I think you're actively trying to troll me.
That doesn't sound like something I do.
You're right. That isn't something you would do. You're very supportive in all of my video gaming efforts.
Yes, of course.
Like Dark Souls 3, or Silent Hill, or or any of the other games you made me play. Oh, right, the big one. PT.
Yeah, good times. Also, Soma.
Oh, yeah. Soma was, like, legit good, though, and I made you play the majority of that.
That's fine. That was fine.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my solo trip through it. I enjoyed the guided trip through it as well.
Right. Soma is a very, very good game.
Yeah, I need to do a video on that.
Yeah.
It is conceptually similar to Axiom Verge in ways that are not obvious until you get to the end of both games. But
right. But at the same time, it's one of those. Now, how do I phrase this and not sound like my normal self? Let's see.
I would recommend using English words.
I'll try.
That are in a dictionary already.
I can't promise that.
Okay, well, that's just a suggestion.
Right. Soma does that philosophical thing that a lot of games try to do, is like, what is really human? Is this good? Is this bad? Are these moral choices important? What kind of monster are you really? Soma does that in a supremely good way.
Yes, that is its strength.
And so we'll talk about that when we talk about Soma. But Soma is a very good game.
I won't derail a Soma talk.
Oh, yeah, because we're so on point with everything we do.
Hey, look, what? Shut up. Look, shut up. Don't turn into Stuffy.
Don't turn into Stuffy. I'm glad we got handed that character to work with.
Yeah. It's just that he has such bold ideas about the Kingdom Hearts Phantom.
And such a way of phrasing it and speaking and wording. Just full of laudableness.
Very intense.
Yes. There's another joke I generally make about tents, but I won't because we're... Aha! I stole your tent. But your eyes were still closed for a little while.
I was sleeping. Oh. I stole the bonfire. It is my mortal enemy.
Oh, hey, that person was in that tent the whole time while we were stealing her stuff. Or is that his stuff?
No, I'm in the tent.
Are you sleeping again? Oh, right.
I am sleeping. I'm healing. Yeah.
You have healing items.
Yeah, I guess that would be up there in the right next to the magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm. The other thing...
I'll eventually learn how to actually use... It's not obvious since it took a while for you who has played the game to explain it to me and how to do it.
Well, that's also just because if it's not like music or guitar related, I'm super bad at making the words come out.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you. Now, the area we're going to right now is the mine. It's in the first world you stop at every time. You can dig down to the bottom of the earth to get all the things you need to proceed with the plot, or you can just fall down and hurt yourself.
Look, I got that part down.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And this is where all the numbers fly out of a dude.
I do like the part where numbers fly out of things.
Right. And
I'm okay with that.
That little card right there is... what is that? That's a tech card for getting your skills, like if you want to turn into a morph ball. Which you can do.
I do kind of want that.
So this game does a lot, as I said. There's, platforming and like morph ball and super jumping and dashing in the air and wall jumping and doing rocket jumps. Boss fights, and there's Pokemon and there are vehicles and it does a lot of stuff. and it does all of it well enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to say it's all perfect because I don't have a lot of experience with all of those things in there, like in the game that's just designed for that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't. The last Pokemon game I played for any length of time was Pokemon Red.
That is, yep.
So,
well, I guess technically, I played a lot of Pokemon Go. That's technically a Pokemon.
That's technically a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I have not played any Pokemon Go.
Okay then.
Because I am a Luddite. Talking to his friend on the internet.
Yeah, on the internet, playing video games, recording through Skype.
While drinking sweet tea and eating cheese. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, like, tea and cheese are kind of mainstays of humanity.
Right, but they're easy. The fact that it's easy access for all of it and it's always fresh and whatnot is the sign of an advanced civilization that relies on technology for farming and production.
Mm-hmm.
So, I still...
Trim's dark.
Yep. And splintery wood planks. Yep. Smooth cobbled rocks.
I'm not super happy about the excessive syllabants of my character.
So that's what the Florins do.
That's just what they do, which it makes them seem like snake people.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason.
Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be because they.
I guess like my pet is a snake, so I am kind of a snake person in a way.
I guess it just has. I just realized that bat dropped poultry.
Raw poultry.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
That bat had an interesting story, probably.
Somewhere in there, yeah. I lost what were we talking? Oh yeah, the Nova kids speak like quote unquote Texans, Southerners, Westerners, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, how damn howdy kind of things.
Okay.
But all the races have fun backstories and ideas to them. Like I like that the monkey people have a like severe 1984 Big Brother problem.
Okay.
Like if you find a monkey like science outpost somewhere, there are a whole bunch of signs that just say like Big Brother is watching you or Big Monkey is watching you, and you'll find like these horrible experiments being done to monkeys to make them into zombie creatures, and then the people are just, boring old humans. Why would you ever be a human? Mm-hmm. The Florins are, primitive and like murderous and horrible. Not that I'm racist.
Tree huggers.
They're not really. Because they kill each other a lot. They kill each other a lot. Like their games are just killing themselves, like killing each other, not killing themselves. You were getting owned by a bat again.
Yep.
The melee combat in this game, I do not like it.
You can hit left, you can hit right.
Mm-hmm.
You can aim anywhere with everything else.
And if you have a thrusting weapon, then you can aim that. And the magic staves that you can get in this game are actually really fun, and I like them a lot. Because you can like make a portal that just shoots lightning orbs at wherever you want, or you can just spray fire everywhere, or make a barrier that hurts things, or whatever. You can just get a machine gun. Do you want to just shoot a guy? You can just shoot a guy. Do you want to use your Pokemon to kill a thing? You can use your Pokemon to kill a thing. Do you want to run over it with your hover bike? Go for it.
I am usually a fan of having minions do the work.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to use a giant eyeball that shoots laser beams? You can do that. So, also you can cook.
A nap again.
You are, yeah. You can cook food. You want to cook it before it goes bad, because if it goes bad, then if you eat it, you give yourself poison. Food poisoning.
I wonder if I have poison resistance.
I don't.
Or immunity.
Think so.
So there's not like racial traits like that?
I don't think so. I could super be wrong. Again, these kind of games I enjoy playing a lot, but like the nitty gritty details I only learn as I need them to do whatever task I have set myself.
Mm-hmm. Not so much a wiki diving kind of thing.
I mean, I could. Oh yeah, you found a microphone. So now you're singing. Hey, it's that song.
It's that one song.
It's like...
Hold on. Here. Thank you for constructing the sound booth so that I can have a better recording environment.
Yes. Yes, that one song,
It's just
Basket
baffling.
Case by... Yes, it's baffling. I was making a Green Day joke, but... I do like how if enough people get instruments, you can be in a band with them together and you can all play the same songs and it's fun. Again, all the things are done well enough that you can have fun with all of it.
I don't really know what the overall point of that would be, but that probably did add a bunch of time to the development between pre-release and full release.
I mean, you just took the songs and fed them through a different MIDI thing and then figured out a way to just make it sync up with other players, but like it's...
Hey, I'm just glad they made the game.
And they finished it full release.
There's plenty of people that do not finish the game.
Right.
So.
That's one of the reasons why this recommendation came... Well, we recorded this right after it had
That's
gone
true.
live.
We did record it a while ago, but... Yes, official 1.0, or I'm sure it's up to something else beside that, but at least 1.0, like a real video game, whatever that means now.
Yes, it is a complete product. We did get a manipulator module upgrade, which will let us make the water vacuum and lets us, take water or healing water, which is a thing you can get, or poison, or toxic waste, or fuel for your ship. Which you can just run to a moon and start doing as long as you can, breathe without air, which you get through a spacesuit. But that isn't a spacesuit, it's a backpack. That just lets you breathe in the vacuum of space.
I wonder if the robots need that.
They do.
They just... Okay.
I think...
robots respirate.
I think that's the case. I didn't play a robot in the 1.0 build. I've just played the Nova Kid and the Florin. I didn't finish saying the birds. You can read descriptions on all the characters. The birds are like an old, very religious, tradition-based society. The Axolotl lizard people are like the Asians. They're the Japanese, more or less.
Okay.
Like, their towns are constructed like old Japanese villages, like
a lot of pagodas.
Pagodas and...
Not a lot of, like, nails.
Mm-hmm. And then when you go into, like, their stores, it looks like you're in Akihabara, and you're like, oh, okay. And I'm saying that wrong, I think.
That seems right.
Seems right, but
I feel like that's right.
Also, your inventory is super well organized and differentiated, and you can auto-organize it if you want. But the fact that it's all broken up and you don't have to worry about, well, I have all this dirt, so I can't carry my non-dirt items. This is how you cheese an enemy.
This is how you beat a boss.
Yes. The other bosses in the game, I will say, are significantly better.
I got bored. I started stabbing things.
As you should have. The other bosses in the game, and this is just like a little side thing, the other bosses in the game are like full-on, quiz things. Use the upgrade module for... I don't remember. And this is me taking a spear before you could look at it. Because I wanted the pretty spear that had a fire proc or a firewall on it. So I can stab, or I can just make a fire.
I can make a fire.
Yeah. It is light as well, but for the most part, you just want to use torches or other light sources. You're not... As the game progresses, you're not hurting for anything, and if you just use farming or whatever you feel like for money, you can buy whatever you want. Like, it's not really that big of an issue. So the restrictions on the game fade fairly quickly, as far as like what you absolutely have to just do whatever dumb thing you feel like doing. And that is where I accidentally clicked out of the game and closed it because I panicked.
Yep. That was not technically like a crash.
No.
That was you going too far outside of the game window, and I think just clicking X on it, right?
Yep. So I clicked the Steam app, and then when I went to click the Starbound window, I clicked the X on the corner instead because I was panicking and just clicking quickly. Though to Starbound's credit, when we started the game back up, we started right back where we left off.
That's good. So, that is a good thing. Nobody likes to do progress over or repeat the same thing.
Right.
Well, people love repeating the same thing as long as it's not the same thing.
Right. Like I will fight the same like monsters over and over again, but I can't earn the same level over and over again. That gets boring. That's why speedruns are conceptually fun to me, but I don't know if I'll ever actually put the time into learning a speedrun. Especially since the games I think I could actually do that for are all RPGs, so they're all multi-hour investments.
Yes. That would be, yeah. RPG speedruns are a niche of a niche.
Yes. Yes, they are. It's like
I've spent some time. Look, sometimes I'm just like, I'm going to watch a 6.5 hour run. You know, and you spread it out over a week or whatever.
Or you watch it in a day, either one.
Or you marathon it, I guess, is a way to do it.
You just don't sleep, yeah.
I mean, that is a possibility. But it's maybe not an experience not recommended for everyone.
Right. And like most speedruns, if you like it with commentary, the commentators are very important.
They are very important, especially for an RPG, which... Unfortunately, even the most interesting RPGs technically, like, what was a good example? Like Step Route, Final Fantasy 4.
Right, the step routes for Final Fantasy 1 or 4, they both have them.
Like those are like very interesting, very technical. Really need someone there to kind of guide you, explain what's going on.
Right, why are they taking all these steps and all that?
Yeah. Also because, like, a lot of it is going to be skipping text, which is insanely boring just by itself. So,
though I will say, for example, Suikoden 2. Suikoden 2. Yes, that was Suikoden 2. The 2 face buttons and 2 of the shoulder buttons are accept and cancel both. So you can just hit all 4 buttons real fast. So the Suikoden 2 text went quick. Just, all right, there's that sequence. All right, that one's done. Okay, that's good. All right, let's see this animation of him stabbing a dude.
Animation.
Yep, like Stanima. It's
Animation.
Yes.
Stanima.
I would recommend, if you want to see if you are interested at all in RPG speedruns, PJ, who did RPG Limit Break 2016, PJ did one for RoboTrek that was actually very good. I like PJ in general.
I do like me some PJ.
Yep.
Where he has like an aura of breaking things.
Yes.
So like just his presence ensures that
destruction.
Rare RNG will happen, or the weird glitches will just, materialize.
Yes. And PJ is part of something called Team Poor Life Choices. And anytime any 2 of them are together in a run, things just break. They just break. And it's happy. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good times.
It's like, you remember that time all the rib cages went everywhere? It was like, oh yeah, the Bone Factory. That was fun.
Oh, the Bone Factory.
Yeah. Or how in a run he had to use his cell phone for the internet connection because his internet at home was so terrible. And he justified it by saying his strategies were so innovative that he had to use a phone for his internet.
Speaking of Bone Factory.
Yes.
If you liked what we did here and you want to give us money, our Patreon is available.
Yes.
This is the
advertisement portion. Wow.
Welcome on board if you are here from my brother and me, which at least one person is, according to the comments.
According to the comments. Hooray. And welcome.
That's right, and welcome.
We do this for fun. Right now, this is a side thing that we would like to do more regularly and more as a main thing.
More as a main job kind of thing,
but,
sure.
But we will continue making this content, and if you like it, even if you just want to give us like $1 a month, that's fine. That's $1 a month we weren't getting. And it just makes it easier for us to justify the time and whatnot so that we can, be responsible adults making good financial choices.
Also, you should listen to My Brother, and Me.
It's real good.
But even more than that, you should listen to The Adventure Zone.
It's even better.
Because it's even better.
Adventure Zone's real good. Well, that word ended partway out of my mouth. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Most words do end out of your mouth.
Huh?
But most words do end out of your mouth.
Right, but generally they're, fully incomplete.
Well, for some people,
that wasn't
aspirationally.
That wasn't even fully and complete. That's not a phrase. That's not an idiom. That's not anything. It's an adverb.
Those words
not applying to anything.
That was not. Look, there wasn't a problem with that particular sentence that you constructed. I feel like that's fine.
Contextually, people understand what I meant, but that was not good grammar. Starbound. Actually, Starbound. This is Starbound. I highly recommend you all play Starbound if you like any of Terraria-style games. If you like Minecraft, I think you'll get a kick out of it. What?
I'm doing the ducking animation for my flooring.
Stuffy's dead.